On the cattle trails of the Old West, some cowboys went days without real food. When that happened, they didn't just get hungry, they got weak, dizzy, and desperate. What kept many of them moving wasn't a meal at all, but what they drank. Some of these drinks would shock people today, and a few were consumed not for taste, but simply to keep the body alive. When food was scarce on the trail, cowboys relied on liquids that could replace calories, warmth, or strength. These weren't refreshing drinks. They were survival tools. Today, we're uncovering 5 things cowboys actually drank when food ran low on the trail. And if you want to understand how Americans survived when there were no safety nets, staying with this channel keeps those stories alive. 1. Coffee so strong it replaced food. Coffee was the most important drink on the trail, and it was nothing like what we know today. Cowboys boiled ground coffee for long periods, sometimes until the water turned nearly black. The result was bitter, thick, and harsh, but it delivered heat, stimulation, and a sense of alertness when exhaustion set in. When food was gone, coffee suppressed hunger and kept men riding longer than their bodies should have allowed. Some cowboys drank it constantly throughout the day, knowing it wasn't nutrition, but understanding it could delay collapse. On cold mornings or long night watches, coffee became a substitute for breakfast itself. 2. Grease-floating broth. When meat scraps or bones were available, cowboys boiled them into thin broth. Fat floated on the surface, and that fat mattered more than the liquid beneath it. Cowboys drank the broth slowly, making sure to consume every bit of grease. This drink delivered calories when solid food was gone. It wasn't satisfying, but it was fuel. In desperate stretches of the trail, a cup of greasy broth could mean the difference between finishing the drive or falling behind. 3. Sour milk or clabbered milk. Fresh milk didn't last long on the trail. Instead of throwing it away, cowboys drank it after it naturally thickened and soured, a process known as clabbering. The result was tangy, lumpy, and unpleasant by modern standards. Yet it was still rich in fat and protein. Cowboys swallowed it quickly, not for enjoyment, but because wasting calories wasn't an option. When flour or meat ran out, sour milk became a rare source of nourishment that could still be consumed in liquid form. 4. Water mixed with molasses or sugar. When cowboys had access to molasses or sugar, even in small amounts, they mixed it into water. The drink wasn't refreshing, but it delivered quick energy when food was unavailable. Molasses water helped stabilize shaking hands and weak legs after long days of riding. It was especially important during extreme heat, when dehydration combined with hunger could become deadly. This drink wasn't about comfort. It was about staying upright. 5. Warm salt water. In the worst situations, cowboys sometimes added salt to warm water and drank it slowly. This wasn't common practice, but it happened when the body was breaking down from dehydration and lack of food. The salt helped replace minerals lost through sweat, while the warmth eased cramps and weakness. It tasted terrible, but survival on the trail often meant choosing what worked over what was pleasant. For some cowboys, this drink kept them conscious long enough to reach the next camp. These drinks weren't chosen because cowboys liked them. They were chosen because hunger and exhaustion left no alternatives. When food disappeared, cowboys adapted, using whatever liquids could keep their bodies moving across unforgiving land. Their survival wasn't heroic in the way stories often tell it. It was practical, uncomfortable, and often desperate. And yet, it carried them across thousands of miles of open trail. If you want to keep uncovering the harsh realities of frontier life, what people actually ate and drank when survival was on the line, consider subscribing and staying with us. In the next video, we'll look at the foods cowboys ate when even these drinks weren't enough.